So in C language, when you take the number system, the data types, so numbers is one data type used in C language. Not only C language, other languages also they use numbers as one category of data or variety of data. This is divided into two: whole numbers and real numbers. Real numbers and whole numbers in C language or generally in computers they are called as integers. Then these are called as floating point numbers. Floating point numbers. Now when you take integers, integers are further divided into several types. So integers are divided into several types, like these are further divided into two, you can say. One is signed, unsigned. So this is, don't get confused with signed number system. This computer uses only 2's complement system, but in 2's complement also in C language, integers can be represented in two ways using signed and unsigned way. So signed represents both positive and negative numbers. Positive and negative numbers. Then here they represent, unsigned represents positive, both positive and negative, including zero. Zero is included, including zero. Here also positive numbers, only positive numbers, including zero. No negative number. So that's why they are called as unsigned. So only positive numbers are represented. Now, when you take anything you want to represent in any language, we use, suppose if I want to represent some behavior of the language, we give keyword. Keyword is actually a reserved word. Means it will be reserved for a particular purpose. It cannot be used freely. So if it is not reserved, it can be used freely. What is why that is freely we can use? What is that free usage? I'll give you later. So reserved word is the word which is used only for the intended purpose. There is a purpose, we have to use only for that purpose. So that's why it is reserved word or keyword. So every language will have a keyword and it is a reserved word, and that reserved word is used only for the intended purpose. There is some purpose only for the specified purpose. So you can use only for the specified purpose. You cannot use freely. So that is keyword. Now, like other languages, C also will have keywords. And the one specialty of C keyword is it is lowercase. So all keywords in C are lowercase. And one important point to note is C is a case sensitive language. Sensitive language. Case sensitive language. That means suppose if I suppose if I take something like if I take a string like data and this data, they are two different things. They are different because there is a case different. So if it is if a language is case sensitive, then it differentiate between uppercase and lowercase characters. And if it is case insensitive, then it will not differentiate the case or it ignores the case. So C is a case sensitive language. All keywords are in lowercase. Now, if I take the integers, so every integer, I told you it is divided into two types like signed and unsigned. So if I take the keyword and type of integer, then its size and range. Now, when you take a keyword, I told you they are a combination of characters and they are reserved. So, for example, suppose if I take one thing like signed, short, These are all keywords, int. In this, I'm keeping something inside brackets. What is that? I'll give you later. This is signed short integer, signed short integer, signed short integer. This is the type of data. And when I take one more, unsigned short int, I'm keeping something in brackets. What is that? I'll give you. So this is same unsigned short int, unsigned short int. Now there is signed int. Then this is signed int. These are all keywords. Then unsigned int. Then signed long int, unsigned long int. So in this int is optional and signed is optional. So this is long, int is optional. So this is unsigned int. This is signed long int. This is unsigned long int. So these are the different integers represented in C language. So there are 6 types of integers present. One is signed short int, signed short int, unsigned short int, signed int, unsigned int, signed long int, unsigned long int. Now I'm keeping something in brackets. So before I proceed, I'll explain that. So whatever kept in brackets, they are optional. They does not change the meaning or purpose of the combination of keywords. So when I take, for example, suppose if I take signed short int, I write this way, or signed short or short int or short. They all represent same. They all represent signed short int. That's what it means. So if I use this, this is optional. Whether I use it or not, it is signed. Int is optional. When I say short, it is int is only. When I say don't use anything, it is signed. So signed and int are optional. So whether I remove signed here, it will be short int. When I remove int, it will be signed short. When I remove both, it is short. So all these 4 indicate signed short int. So that is what I mean to say. Here also, when I take long unsigned long int, so whether I say unsigned long int or unsigned long, it is same. Similarly, when I say unsigned int, if I simply say unsigned, it means unsigned int. Similarly, when I say signed int, if I simply say int, it is signed int. So that's what it means. Is it clear? Next, when I take this size, now one thing you have to know is anything that you write inside a program will be given some memory. So whatever data you represent, whatever data you want in the program, that data will be inside the memory. So there is memory. Memory is collection of locations. There will be locations like this. So every location is generally 1 byte. So for any data type, some bytes will be given. So every data type will be given some number of bytes. For example, it may be 1, it may be 2, it may be 4, it may be 8. So generally it is powers of 2, 2 power I. So generally sometimes it may differ, but most of the times it is powers of 2. So it may be 1 byte 2 power 0, 2 bytes 2 power 1, 4 bytes 2 power 2, 8 bytes 2 power 3, 16 bytes 2 power 4. It is generally powers of 2. So any data will have powers of 2 number of bytes. So suppose if I take some data type, there may be 1 byte. Some data types, there may be 2 bytes, 2 locations. Some may be 4 bytes, some may be 8 bytes, and so on. That's how it goes on. So it is powers of 2. So the size here gives the number of bytes allotted for that. This is number of bytes. Number of bytes. So generally, if you take in C language, short is always 2 bytes, whether it is signed or unsigned, it is always 2 bytes. And when I take long is 2 bytes, sorry, 4 bytes. And integer, generally, it is either 2 or 4. Nowadays, if you take 32-bit operating system and 32-bit hardware, so it is 4 bytes. So generally, we say integer, it depends upon the environment, means what operating system you are using and what hardware you are using. So it will be either 2 or 4. In old DOS operating system, it is 2 bytes, and now Windows 32-bit operating system, it is 4 bytes. So it will be either 2 or 4. Generally, it is 4. But short is fixed to 2 bytes and long is fixed to 4 bytes. Now, when I take bytes, it's nothing but 1 byte is nothing but 8 bits. So this is 16 bits. So 16 bits. This is 32 bits and 32 bits. Now, when you take this range, I gave you the range because computer uses only 2's complement number system. So if I take the range, it is minus 2 power n minus 1 if it is signed. So 16 bits, 2 power minus 2 power 16 to 2 power 16 minus 1. This comes around 32768 to 32767. Now this is unsigned. So when it is unsigned, it is 0 to 2 power n minus 1. It is double to this. So it is 0 to 2 power 16 minus 1. So it is 0 to, because all positive numbers 65535. Now if I take 4 bytes, so 4 bytes is nothing but 32 bits. So it is 32 bits is minus 2147483648 to 2147. This is a long integer 47483647. This is positive. Now, if it is signed, unsigned, double to this 024294967295. This is the range. Now, integer depends upon number of bits. So if it is 4 bits, same as long. So it is minus 2147483648 to 2147483647. And if it is unsigned, 024294967295. So this is very important. You should be aware of the range, because when you are doing some calculations, it may go beyond the range. When it goes beyond the range, you will not be aware, you will get wrong results. So it is difficult to identify whether the result is correct or wrong. So you should be aware of the range of the data type which you are using. Otherwise, there is a possibility of overflow, and the danger with the overflow is it will not give any error. It will simply display the overflown value. It is difficult for us to identify. So you should be aware of the range. So if I'm going for short int, it is 2 bytes. So I should know that it is -32768 to 32767, because if it goes beyond that, it is going to be overflowing. Similarly, when it is 4 bits, 4 bytes, 32 bits, a range is there. So that is how we have to proceed with the data types. So the with the data types, you should be aware that the range, you should be aware of the range, and you should be aware of the value a variable takes. So if there is a possibility that variable goes beyond the range, then you should do something different to overcome that problem. So you should be aware of the range. So that is integer data type. Is it clear? Have understood? Okay, next, when you take these, before I go to real numbers, I'll say character data type, because this is also very important data type, and there should be some clarity to be made with this character data type. Now, when you take a character data type, the important thing here to note is character data type is integer only. This is one very important thing. Integer, it is a kind of integer. A kind of integer data means it is a whole number. It's not it's not other. It is not other data type. It is number only. It is integer only. Character, don't think it is any other thing. Of course, it is used to represent the characters on the keyboard, but it is also integer. For that matter, any data in computers is represented only with the form in the form of zeros and ones. Integers are also represented with zeros and ones, but integers are represented with 2's complement number system. And even if you take the character data type, it is a kind of integer. It is a kind of integer that you should always fix, irrespective of the language. So that is one important thing to note. Character is also integer, that you keep in mind. It of course, as I told you, it will also be used to represent the characters on the keyboard. I'll give you that after we discuss about the integer representation of a character. Now, when I take keyword for representing the character data, it is signed char. So if I take this signed char, signed is optional. Then size is the important thing is 1 byte or 8 bits. So when I take range, what is the range for 8 bits? It is minus 128 to 127. Now if I take unsigned character, unsigned char, so it is 1 byte, 8 bits, and 0 to 255. So if you are going for a smaller type of integer, like suppose this character, you can go for representing smaller values, representing smaller range of data. For example, suppose if I take, for example, day of the month. Day of the month. So in any month, day will be from 1 to 31. It will not go beyond that. It will not go beyond that. We are sure. So we can go, instead of representing with integer which is taking 2 bytes, so we can go for character with 1 byte. So another example, you can take month of the year. Month of the year, if I take, it will be only in between 1 to 12. So this kind of data, if you want to represent, then go for character, because character is also integer. So if I want to represent smaller range of integers like day of the month of the year, then we can go for character data. We can go for character data. So that is one thing to know. So just the important point to note is character is also integer. Character is also integer. Now, when I take this character data type, it's integer, no doubt about it. We can also represent the characters of the language. Characters of the language with the character data type, characters of the language. Like for example, when you take different types of characters, there will be alphabets, A to Z and A to Z. Then there are digits. These are also characters on the keyboard, 0 to 9. And there are some special characters. So we can represent all the characters on the keyboard using character data types. So they are called as special characters. So the characters on the keyboard are divided into three. One is alphabets, another is digits, numeric digits, then special characters. All other than alphabets and digits are special characters like plus, minus, asterisk, slash, all kinds of brackets. Then the less than, greater than symbol, equals to symbol, exclamation, double quotes, single quotes, comma, question mark, all this percentage, they're all special characters. So they can also be used to represent, they can also be represented with characters of the language. So that is the character data type. But when I take this, if I want to represent the alphabets or digits or special characters, I told you the computer uses only zeros and ones. Computer knows only zeros and ones. Other than that, it does not know. So we have to represent all this using zeros and ones only. So this can be represented with a standard. Why standard means it should be followed across the world. So there is some standard used to represent all these characters, all these characters, uh, all these characters using zeros and ones. It is a standard. Why it is standard means when you take the usage of computer, usage of data is not limited to one place. It will be across the world. So all the people across the world should use the same zeros, combination of zeros and ones to represent any type of character. So we use generally the ASCII standard, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So this is the standard used across the world. So because it is used across the world, it's a standard. So all why this standard is because everything computer knows only zeros and ones. Everything you should represent with zeros and ones. Now, for example, suppose if I take capital A is represented with ASCII code 65. So when I take capital A, it is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is 65. So B is 66. This is how it is represented 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, one more 0, 1, 0. Now, and so on Z, if you take 90. So if you take 90, this is 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. I think so. We'll check it. So this is uh, okay. This is Z, and similarly, when I take small a, it is 97. So it is 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and so on. Z is 122, 122. It is 122. So when it is 122, uh, 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0. This is Z. The ASCII code. This is ASCII. ASCII code. The ASCII code in decimal form. This is ASCII code in binary form. So next, when I take suppose the digit 0 is represented with 48, which is nothing but 0 1 1 0 0 0 0. Then when it is 1, it is 49 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 1. Next, when I take 9, it is 57. So it is 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1. So this is 9. So these are, see, this at least the alphabets and digits you should remember. Now, if I want the ASCII code of all, you can check in the internet. So I can see here ASCII code, ASCII table. ASCII table. I'll check. So I'll go this. Okay. So this is ASCII table, which is given here. So if I take 0, not that one. So if I take here, so here when I take here now, I think it is visible properly. Small a is 97. This is 11000001. It is actually starting with 0. So this is small a. That's what I gave, I think. Okay, small a, what I gave 01100 011401 0 0 they have excluded. They are represented with 7 bits because ASCII uses 7 bits. MSB will be 0. So one all 11401, that is small a. So small z is 41010 41010. So that's so suppose if I take some symbol like less than symbol is represented with ASCII value 60, and 60 is represented like this. Now question mark is represented with 63. So this is how it is represented. At the rate is represented with 64. Capital A is represented with 65. At least you should be remembering the alphabets and digits. Remaining, you can take help of the net to find it out. So every character on the keyboard, there will be some code given. So if you take percentage, the ASCII value is 37. If I take colon, ASCII value is 58. Then where are the brackets? There should be brackets somewhere. So yeah, I think we have to go down. So there are brackets here. Plus is represented with 48. Flower brackets here. Then square bracket, left square bracket is 91. Right square bracket is 93. So this caret symbol is represented with 94. Tilde is represented with 95. So these are the different ASCII codes. So this you should be remembering. So all alphabets. So if I store some like suppose if I store B, small b, internally how it is stored is with the value 98. 98 if we take in binary system, it is 0110 0010. So even if I'm storing B, internally it is stored like this because everything is zeros and ones. So generally we use character data type to represent these values, and character data type is also integer data type. Character data type is also integer data type. So that is the numbers, integer numbers in C language. So integer numbers, there are some big numbers of 2 bytes, 4 bytes and other things. And in addition to that, there are 1 byte character data type, which is also integer data type, when it is character data type, so we can generally use to represent smaller range of numbers. So for example, day of the month of the year, because the range is -128 to +127, and unsigned character 0 to 255.
Sir, excuse me, sir.